policing the police every single day, and doing what the Charlotte County Sun newspaper and local TV stations won't do every single day.
So I saw on the video the sheriff said last time we were here, if there is a public meeting and cops are here, you can record, right?
No, not inside here.
But that's what he's.
They're home.
But he said that on the video like a week ago.
Well, that was a mess up. But
Oh,
you
no
can
kidding.
video in there all you want. You
Right.
can't video out here.
No kid. Even though there's a meeting out there and there's people involved in the meeting out here.
No, you can't video anywhere out in this area. You can video in there all you want,
Right.
but not out here.
So he made a mistake on video?
I have no idea.
No kidding. So is that what you heard? He made a mistake on video?
I don't have. I wasn't there, so.
Right. Were you there that day? No?
And I haven't seen the video, so I couldn't go beyond that.
Right. Yeah, he was right here, and there's two people that were questioning him if this was legal to do on a day that is a open meeting, and he said it was.
Again, I can't answer because I wasn't here and I haven't seen the video. So.
Right.
I mean,
All right.
if you want to get with Mr. Prummell, who's the facility's security, he'd be able to explain it better than I would.
Right. Maybe. So why, you can pull him out of the meeting, or what? How
Well,
does
he's
it work?
right in the meeting.
Right.
You can probably get with one of these guys, the facility,
Right.
ask them.
Actually, I got to go with him.
How you doing, Sheriff Prummell? Good. Do you know there's a case called Smith versus City of Cummings? You've heard of that, right? It's our federal appeals court, and it allows you to film public officials in public places, and it specifically talks about officers, which you are, right? So you'd agree that I'm fine filming you, correct?
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it.
They've trespassed me already 1 year. They trespassed me for a year for filming a transaction I was doing, and your deputy filed a false police report, which I filed a complaint about, and they reprimanded him for being rude.
I was forced to stop filming it as well.
And I was forced this morning on the way into the public meeting to stop filming, and that's illegal. I'd like to file a complaint. Can I file one with you, or where would I file a complaint? With your office? And would you look into that? Because they're breaking the law here. They're violating the Constitution, the state Constitution, and state federal appeals court. Our federal appeals court, in the case Smith versus City of Cummings, specifically says I can film public officials in public places. And this is a public place. You agree? It's a public place. See, there's an officer. How many officers are there? There's a guard.
Have you tried reaching out to their county attorney's office? Because they're the ones
She
who
wrote
give
it.
them the legal guidelines.
She wrote a law. She can't. She wrote her own law. She tells your officers what to do. She orders your officers what to do. She tells them whether they can or should or shouldn't trespass people. Some four guys came in and she said, I pass. I don't want to trespass them. They trespassed me. They trespassed Susan Hutt. I don't think they've trespassed him yet.
No, they haven't trespassed me, but twice they forced me to stop recording with my camera.
And your deputies came at me this morning to make me turn the camera off in the hallway on the way into a public meeting, which is even worse. You understand how bad that is? I'm glad I saw you. This is great, so I can explain it to you face to face. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but when I come in here to do a transaction and a deputy files a false police report, I have to have a camera to protect myself. Because they could do that anytime. They could say I killed somebody, and I could go to jail for life just for picking up some public record. Can you imagine that?
Well, you kind of doing apples and oranges.
I'm arguing it to the ridiculous end. But they could say anything because he said I was being disruptive, unsafe, and 5 things. And in court, he admitted that he was just putting those down for consistency. They had nothing to do with anything I did, and he marked those off on the trespass for inconsistency, and he did that to other people as well.
I was threatened with arrest if I didn't leave and stop recording. And so I did. I stopped because I didn't want to be arrested. But that's duress. That is fear, putting fear in me to not do things that I should be constitutionally allowed to do.
And legally.
I was interviewing people in the hallway that had spoke, and I was told I couldn't record with my camera. Sir, with all due respect, that is wrong. That is unconstitutional.
And illegal. On
My
top of it.
family dates back to the Civil War. My family has fought for freedom since the Civil War. And I find that very interesting. I'm sure you have. But that's just not right. And we can't allow this to continue in Charlotte County, where there are many, many veterans that have bled and died and suffered for that freedom to hold government accountable.
And a journalist cannot hold them accountable, and if they're doing something wrong, they can't catch them. Because you might be able to get permission to come in like they probably did, but then they'll be doing everything right. But if they're beating old ladies up in here, and then they call them, then they're going to stop, and they're going to be nice. Again, arguing to the ridiculous end, but they can be doing anything. And we should be able to catch them if they're violating the law, don't you agree? That's what law enforcement's about, and we should be able to help, right? You like to help, I'm sure.
I'll reach out to Jeanette's office and find out what's going on.
I can send you any documentation you'd like. It's all documented, everything. Everything's on video, fortunately.
Thank you very much.
Now, are we supposed to be trespassed now? Aren't we supposed to be trespassed? Because Jeanette Knowlton wants to trespass us. She gives the orders. Doesn't she order give you orders? Is she your deputy's boss? I asked your deputy that. He didn't seem to care.
So do we have your permission, sir, to video in the hallway and in the county meeting room?
Come on.
Don't need it. Don't need permission. The law says so, and the Constitution says we can.
Personally, it doesn't bother me. I don't know why it would bother
Not
them.
personally, but we're not the feelings police. We're law enforcement, right?
As long as you're not filming anything that is,
Shouldn't be happening out here.
Compromising security.
yeah,
Yeah, we totally understand.
or something of a
Never
personal
have.
nature. Like sometimes I know people they've had where they go in the tag offices and they're seeing screens that are basically.
If they're not, they weren't seeing screens.
I'm just saying, I'm giving
They
you an
accused them.
example.
Yeah, they accused them.
Stuff like that can't be
Yeah.
filmed.
Yeah, we have no
Because
problem.
it's just close to personal information.
Yeah, which what I just did. to get me some.
He's telling us to stop videotaping.
Lots of things can cause this loss of life. And I want to leave this.
Talk to him.
If you mandate masks, will people get arrested?
I screwed up twice. I should have done it earlier, but
Not law, but
here's
rules.
the news
Because
needs to
law
see it.
has to be
And
voted
they missed it.
in.
There's somebody.
And I have not
There's
been
somebody
given the
else.
opportunity to vote for anything. And I know that
Go
the
tell them what's happening. Can you? Can you go tell the news what's happening? He's telling us to leave.
including making people self-quarantine. The sick are supposed to quarantine. The healthy are not. I just want to be able to roam free. I don't want our country to fall. I love our country too much, and I love our community too much. And I hope anything I said can help anyone.
Good job Good job doing what you're doing right now. Which is nothing. Thank you. I don't think you like that, do you? You don't look like it. Sorry.
I'll go ahead and call the next name, Christine Perry.
They're still speaking? Oh, God. Wow. Remember me having to come in and get permission all year last year? That's why. Just because I had a camera. For a whole year. It's insane. Look at all these. 1, 2, 3. There's still 3 deputies. There's one inside. There's security all over the place. And there's never any. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deputies.
State of Florida
And the sheriff.
has already suggested mask and social distancing guidelines for the general public and business activities alike.
Oh, here we go. Now we have the county attorney. Hello, Jeanette Knowlton. How you doing? Good, good. And this is her trained guy that goes around bothering people. Citizen. Think she's going to pass this time again? Think she's going to pass again like she did that one time? She passed.
Now, Mr. Sheriff Prummell speaking with the county attorney, Janet Knowlton.
That's Janet Knowlton there, even though she has a mask. She made this rule up herself. She tries the cases, she orders the deputies, she passes or she trespasses arbitrarily. It's all done, this whole thing's done arbitrarily. She actually passed on some people, and people like me, she trespasses. It's amazing. You understand arbitrariness, right? And law. Did we? How did we do? We do good? That's Nolan. She's the one that made the rule.
Yeah, she's the one who also thinks that when Truett asked her, where is it written that we have the right to even implement this law?
It's not.
She's like, well, I believe.
So what's she believe? Yep. She's reading the facility rules. She's reading her own rule to them as the argument. Isn't that circular? Isn't that like a circular argument they call it? Yeah. It's illegal because I say it's illegal. Why do you say it's illegal? Because I say it's illegal. We might bust this up right here. I was trespassed for a whole year. I told you that, didn't I? And today maybe another year. We'll see. I hope my cameras are working. It's faulty. Yeah. It says it's gold. Especially, this is gold. How do the speakers do? Pretty good?
Yes.
Good. If you sit there, don't say too much, the camera, but if you sit there for a while, if you just don't speak right away, you can find, if you don't know what to speak about, you can usually learn things to talk about.
What do you think of this, folks? History in the making.
Maybe. Or trespassing in the making.
Well, they're certainly trying to collude among themselves to come up with a conclusion.
She's using the circular argument that her rule says that we are trespassed, and they ask her what the rule comes from. My rule. It's all
The
circular.
sheriff is enforcing the Constitution.
Maybe. He's running for office.
So far.
It's election time right now, so this was a good time, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I mean, I wasn't even timing that. Well, I wasn't thinking he'd be here. I walked in.
Yeah.
Hey, the sheriff's here. There is a case. Someone does have a case they're filing on the trespass. So far, one. But there's 7 others that can file afterward, at least. Even if they make it, even if they change it.
Oh, yeah.
Which they should. This camera's perfect. It's right where my eyes are. And I don't have to hold anything. Looks a little goofy, but got my Ron Paul hat on. So far, we've been in here quite a while, and we haven't been trespassed. Isn't that amazing?
Virtual hug. You free hug. You take care of your doing a free hug. This is how you want other people to
Oh, there's more police officers, which we're totally legally allowed to film. Police officers all over the place. Just the fact that there's police officers all over the place makes it more legal than anything. You're observing everything. Said you're observing everything. What do you do here? Oh, okay.
Meetings will continue till the morale increases, right?
More police. Surprised you're not more police coming. Isn't that Knowlton still using her own rule as an argument for a rule?
That's my question.
Circular argument. Unlegal. Oh, here comes the trespass papers. Getting trespassed, dude.
Is that a camera on your head?
Yes, of course.
Are you recording?
Yes, I'm recording police
In
officers.
Charlotte County Administration Building?
In a public area, in a public hallway with police officers everywhere, where Smith versus City of Cummings specifically says I can film public officials and specifically, even more specifically, police officers.
They left the building.
Yes. Oh, they've left the building.
The county attorney left the building.
Wow.
Head of security.
Interesting.
Interesting. Let's go back inside.
I watch it from here. I'm filming police.
Why are we so insecure with just walking around normally? I think it has something to do with 2001, September 11th. We were all traumatized then by an event we all know what it is. One building fell down without
Don't get too close. You have a mask.
So what's happened since then? Well,
think we did pretty well here. Looks like we did pretty well. We're doing well. They do what they want. Yeah. Uh-oh. All my witnesses are gone. I better run. Let's see if there's any more cops. How many cops are in there? One? I see one. He's not a bailiff. He's just there to intimidate you.
No, he's actually going to hand out the documents. They have to have a bailiff because it's technically illegal.
They never did before.
That's because they're having hearings.
But a year ago they didn't, or 2 years ago they didn't do that. You just gave it to them.
Yeah. They normally don't have a bailiff for a hearing.
There's never been a violent action or anything in any of these meetings.
They're starting to realize that people aren't happy with what's going on,
True.
especially with code enforcement.
Oh, I know. Yep.
I beat code enforcement on every time they show up.
Yep. That's what the mask is. That's what the mask is. Well, in Parkside, we have a dedicated code enforcement officer, and you know they don't need complaints, right?
They just show up.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to.
No, yes,
but
they are.
do.
No, they made it legal. They can look cool.
No, they didn't make it legal. They just did it.
Yeah. No,
What's the difference?
but they legalized it.
No, they didn't.
They
They
did.
made an ordinance.
Yeah, there you go. That's
People
what I'm
don't
saying.
understand. That's not legal.
Not lawful.
All right. We're good.
Okay.
But it's just some simple rules. Like we said before, no privileged or protected information can you film.
Never did that.
Okay. Security stuff. And then I'm just asking you to be courteous. If somebody asks not to be filmed, please don't film them.
But how can you do that when you're filming
No,
this
I'm
whole
talking,
building?
but I'm
I don't follow anyone around other than you, maybe.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you start talking to somebody and you're filming them and they say, please, I don't want to be
You
filmed.
know I do that. I do that
Just
anyway.
be courteous.
I do.
Okay?
You know me. I am always
Okay?
that way.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
We're
Well,
okay.
I appreciate. No,
All
I
right.
can't do that. Then.
all right, we good?
Yeah, but,
All right.
Thank you. It's been over a year that this has been in.
So people don't understand the difference, and that's why I made the comment about law enforcement enforcing an ordinance. An ordinance is a civil matter. It's not a criminal.
Shoe. One question, is this just while you're here, or is this always? Have you rescinded her facility rule, or is this just now, or is this always? If I walk in here at the next meeting and go into the meeting, are they going to jump on me again, all the police
Well, I
and
hope
everybody?
not, but I can't tell you.
Well,
Okay.
I can file a complaint with you if they do.
Well, you can file a complaint with the
It's okay now.
county attorney's office.
Oh, she's the one that's doing it.
No, I'm just saying she's the one who's giving them legal advice here in the building.
But not lawful advice, that's you. You're the law enforcement, not her. She can't order deputies to break the law.
No, she's not.
She
And
has.
We've got it all calmed
She
down.
has many times, and that's what I'm saying. Will she do it again as soon as you leave?
Well, I hope not. As long as you guys don't push the envelope and start filming stuff you shouldn't be filming or causing a disturbance.
I
That's
don't
the
do
big
any
thing.
of that. But I never was. That's when I got trespassed. I've been out of here for a year. It's over with, or I'd be in jail right now.
I'll say that had to have been a while ago, because Sterling hasn't been here in a while.
Yeah, it was last year. But basically, if I walk back in here, they say I would be arrested. Unless I get special permission from someone who doesn't exist. They said I was supposed to get permission from the security coordinator, and they never had one, and they still don't. That's her law, man. That's law. Think about it. You're law enforcement. Think about it. You know, as you're going, just think about what's going on. Because it's crazy. It's insane and unlawful and illegal.
There are two different sources of enforcement.
So the sheriff's gone. Am I trespassed now?
I'm sorry, sir?
The sheriff's gone. Am I trespassed?
Meeting right now, I'll talk to you there.
I'm going into it.
Are there going to be the people who
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH. I am using any video here with under fair use if you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc. And please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.